Let's talk about measles. Measles was first written about in the 9th century. It became more pervasive in the 16th century with globalization. Post the creation of the measles vaccine, cases rapidly dropped. There was a spike in cases in the US in 2019. 89% of those people were unvaccinated or people that we didn't know the vaccinated status of. The most severe symptoms are cough-like spots or just white spots that appear in the mouth. There's also the measles rash, which is like a red dot that slowly grows across the body. In terms of complications, you can get pneumonia from this. There's a risk of encephalitis, which is just the brain swelling. And there's also a risk of death specifically for children. About 0.2% of children who get measles die. In terms of prevention, the CDC website mentions 3 times to get the vaccine. 2 doses of the MMR vaccine is proven to be 97% effective against measles. There's no data showing that you would die if you get the MMR vaccine. There is a very small pool. There's like 1 person that died from getting the vaccine, but that's someone that was immunocompromised, so it's not really relevant to most people. There's no data showing you die from taking the vaccine if you're a healthy person. In terms of risks of taking the vaccine, you get febrile seizures. This happens to about 1 in 3,500 children, which is less likely than just getting measles itself. There's also potential to get ITP. That's about 1 in 40,000 children, so even less likely. There's also been 1 case of encephalitis, which, given that we've been administering this vaccine for 62 years, it's not going to happen to you. It's just statistically improbable. With all that context, let's get into what RFK's response to the measles outbreak has been.
They're getting very, very good results. They report from budesonide, which is a steroid. It's a 30-year-old steroid, and clarithromycin, and also cod liver oil, which has high concentrations of vitamin A and vitamin D.
So vitamin A and steroids is obviously not going to be as effective as the MMR vaccine. The vaccine is created to prevent measles, so RFK should just be saying, hey, get the MMR vaccine because it's 97% effective against measles. But he's not saying that. He's being a psychopath.
You don't want a 1-year-old kid getting measles. That's very dangerous. They were protected by breast milk and by maternal immunity.
I don't know what breast milk does to prevent measles. I haven't heard that before from anything ever. I'm not really sure how to respond to this. Obviously, it's not true and it's bullshit. His own call to action references how effective the MMR vaccine is and also mentions how pervasive measles was before the vaccine was created. He does also mention in here that having a good diet is important, which is just not relevant. In essence, no one was protected until the vaccine was created. So just, if you're worried about getting measles, just get the fucking vaccine.